Alright, so working on our half guard, right? On Monday we worked on how do we get into the position and what is the position we're trying to get into, right? The position we're trying to get into is making sure we have our control of his chin with our shoulder, our knee to our elbow up high right here, our underhook on the far side. That's our good half guard, right? That means we have good control, either here or with our leg squeezing and trapped on his leg down below right there, right? One of those two is what we want. It's either here or here. That's going to be our best case scenario. How do we get there? We're trapping the foot, getting above the knee, getting a hold of his collar and turning, using our hand and turning, using our head and turning his chin, getting him flat. Getting him flat. Transitioning our shoulder up high, getting our underhook, and then making sure we get our knee up high, or we're pinching our knee down low so that he can't escape that leg. You need to try to swing that leg out of there. Stuck there. Okay, well, half guard is great. It's a step closer to getting the side control or being past his guard. However, there's no points for it, and it's not a terrible spot for him. There's not really, we can try a lot of submissions from there, but most of the submissions we try from there aren't going to work because he has control of our leg. He can pull us out of the position that we're in. If we're trying to Americana, he can pull us out of position. You know, if he decides, and some guys go on offensive, some styles of jiu-jitsu go on offensive, and they go to what right here? The lockdown. So they get our foot. He traps our foot right here. Now all of a sudden, well, it's great we're not in his guard and we've gotten to half guard, but we can't go anywhere from here. Not only can we not go anywhere from here, now he actually has kind of control of us. Right? And that's what we don't want. We don't want him to be in a control position because we're not really in a great spot until we're past the side control, right? Past his guard. So we need to go over some strategies to get ourselves out of here. So first of all, we always want to maintain our shoulder control of his chin over here. And we need to get our leg out. So how are we going to do it? We can straighten and move a leg, and what I'm thinking about is escaping over this toe right here. Right? So I'm straightening it, and I'm getting over the toe. He can try and squeeze his legs right here, but I'm just going to walk up, heel to toe. Does that make sense? So he's locking me down right here. I'm moving, and I get my foot until it turns down. So I don't want it to be here. I want to turn it down to here. From right here, I'm going to walk it up. And even if I turn it to right here, he's going to try and straighten his legs. I'm in a pretty strong spot right here, and he's trying to turn and turn and turn. I'm going to reach my hand up right here. I'm going to push until I get my knee above his. And then I'm moving myself up to here, getting to the underhook, bringing it up above to right here. Then I bring my other foot up on top and take my mount position. Does that make sense? So I can free myself from that lockdown. I want to turn him thinking he's in control right here to me being able to take advantage of the position right here. Does that make sense? I need to quit saying that. Does that make sense? Somebody count how many times I say it. So he has me locked down right here. I'm turning my foot over. And up here, I'm not afraid to grab on. I can just hold on, but I can also grab on to some gi right here and keep I just want to keep my shoulder pressed, because any time if I do the same thing and I turn over and I don't have pressure, what if he decides to just put his feet on the ground and bridge over? Right? So I want to make sure that when I'm doing this, I have enough shoulder pressure that if he does decide to try and bridge me over, the rest of his body's not going to go anywhere, and bridging over makes him let go of my leg. It's just going to pop right out of there, and I can move to my side control. Alright, so we're right here. He's locked us down right here. I'm not going to let my foot turn out this way. As soon as I feel him locking me down, I'm doing it the other way. Paying attention over here to get good shoulder pressure and control, and no matter what I do down here, I'm going to maintain this same control. I'm not going to start moving my foot around and then take my pressure off right here, because as soon as I get rid of his chin, now he has some viable grappling options. So I want to make sure I'm right here on his chin the whole time. Turn my foot over, heel, toe, palm on my hand, driving my knee to the ground, hand coming up to right here. When I come up, I like to grab my elbow on the far side over here. And then I can just put my head on the ground, bring my feet up. Long explanation, the other two techniques will be much shorter and easier. I just wanted to grab a partner back and forth, escaping the lockdown from that. So we'll go. Alright, so find ourselves back. Our top half guard position in our lockdown. The guy's got our leg locked down right here. And maybe he's doing a good job pushing on it, whatever the case is. I'm trying to get myself over and I can't get my foot turned over. One of the ones that I always like to do right here, and it's kind of a, no matter how, even if he's using a correct lockdown, a backwards lockdown, he's just squeezing the heck out of my leg. However he has my leg locked down, anytime his legs or his knees are at 90 degrees or towards me right here, so straight up or towards me, he has a really good position. But as soon as I start getting his legs on the side of him over here, like right on this side, his legs are strong. It's hard for me to do this. But as soon as I get his legs over on the other side, even if he's holding on strong, it's pretty easy for me to push my leg out of here, right? So now, this time he's gonna lock us down a little harder without breaking our leg, right? We're gonna take and move our whole body so that the legs go on this side over to right here, and then we're gonna push and do the same thing we did right here. So this time they lock down, I'm going to take and just move my whole hips. Right? I'm not just trying to push the legs over this way right here. I'm actually taking my legs and my hips and bringing them over the top. That way the legs start pushing this way right here. And it's going to give me the leverage I need because of how I have his body pinned this way to get myself out and do the same. A minute ago. So, same thing, escaping lockdown this time, turning his knees away from us. Have a partner, cool. Alright, so, find ourselves in the same spot right here, we're locked down. We're going to change our strategy now. Instead of trying to go to get our leg on the far side, we're going to get it on the near side right there, right? So right here, I'm going to change. I'm going to go from having an underhook on the far side, and I'm going to grab his head here, and underneath of his elbow, right here, whether his arm is here or here, I don't really care, right? It's probably a little better if it's under here, but it doesn't matter. What I want is under his elbow, because I need to keep him from turning to take my back. Which way does he turn to take my back? This way right here. So his body needs to turn that way, so I need to make sure that I'm pulling up on his elbow, so if he's trying to turn, I'm pulling and keeping his body from turning right here. And then I'm going to take and plant my head on the ground and move my body up, my other foot in to help me get it out to right here and move myself to this position right here. This is where we want to end up being. How comfortable is this?
Very.
Good job. Alright, it's a bad place to be. There's a lot of submissions from right here, even if it's just a turning back to regular half guard or I'm sorry, side control or something like that, right? It's a great way. If we're having trouble getting our leg, we just got a good leg locked down and have trouble getting our foot over, we can't get that right here. Just going to switch myself over to right here. Bring myself over. Move to something else, right? There's a lot of good positions from our triangle. Or even just like what Josh Barnett did against Dean Lister.
Oh, yeah.
The old head and arm, yeah. Do you ever find yourself actually grabbing the two, or is it mostly cup the elbow?
Cupping the elbow. I'm usually not grabbing the gi right here. I'm actually looking for the two little bones that are right underneath there. It's a great handle for here and here. I can really get it pulled across the body. Alright, one more time and then I'll done it. So I'm having Joe get my leg out. I'll get it out here. Yeah. Got you. Keep myself tilted here because I don't want to be up right here. You know what you're going to do? You're going to flip me over. So I got to make sure when I go over right here, I'm planting my head on the ground. So if he's trying to put me over to the other side, he can't. I'm planting my head and my foot on the ground. And I'm bringing myself up using my other foot, bringing this up as tight as I can under here, and then looking for some sort of death, right? So go, partner back forward, let's go!